Hey guys, what is going on? Anthony here with Pistons Talk. Hope you guys are having a great night so far. What I wanted to do in today's video was react to JB Bickerstaff talking about Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren on Richard Jefferson and Alec Clifton's podcast. If you guys haven't seen it already, it should be up on YouTube. Really good podcast, about 35 minutes or so. We'll probably get into more in depth about the podcast this weekend. I invited on a first time guest. Really excited. I think a lot of you guys will be really excited to see who I'm going to be having on this weekend on the podcast. But getting back to this video. So JB Bickerstaff was asked, what excites you about being able to coach one, Cade Cunningham, and two, Jalen Duren? This is what he had to say of what excites him to being able to coach Cade and JD this year.
What excites you about Cade Cunningham or a guy like Jalen Duren?
I think both of them are extremely talented. Cade's size and his ability to get to his spot never gets sped up. You look at him, he's always even keel. He's one of those guys that you can tell his teammates just want to be around because he has the ability to make them better. And so, when you have a guy like that who can create his own in fourth quarters, make those types of plays with that size, like you can play him at three different positions if you wanted to. So he allows you to be extremely versatile. And then Jalen Duren, I think we're just scratching the surface with what I think he's going to be able to do soon. He's really, really ball skilled. And I don't think that's something, that we got to see a lot of in the past, but like he can defensive rebound, push the ball, make plays from the pocket, those types of things. So what we're looking forward to is you're trying to help young people reach their potential, right? That's the job for us as coaches.
So there's a lot to get into just with that minute audio of JB Bickerstaff talking about Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren. I want to start with Cade Cunningham first. He said a couple of things that caught my attention. I think the first thing that caught my attention was him talking about him as a leader, that his teammates just want to be around him, just a high character individual. And I know this is a side note, but whoever hacked Cade Cunningham's Twitter, you're a bad person. I don't know who you are, but his Twitter got hacked. If you guys go on Twitter right now, it's in a bunch of Chinese or Japanese. I don't know. But getting back to what JB said, just that his teammates want to be around him. And I think that's something that leaders have. And he also talked about him making players around him better. And that's something that I've always thought that Cade had a very strong quality. And I know the Pistons have not won a whole lot of games since they've drafted Cade Cunningham. Some of that has to do with current regimes and not building a proper team around him with 2024, 2023 spacing. His last season, I don't know what the plan was there. But Trajan did that this offseason, got some floor spaces around him to make his life a little bit easier. But Cade does definitely make players around him better. And I think we're going to see it this upcoming season. The other thing that JB talked about with Cade was the multiple positions. He said, I think Cade can play up to three positions. Now, we've talked about on the podcast, can Cade play off ball? Could he play shooting guard? Could Cade play small forward? We've talked about this. So this isn't something new that you guys have probably heard or listened to, or I know a lot of you on these podcasts that we do every weekend, you've asked these questions. Could Cade play shooting guard? Can Cade play small forward? Well, the new Detroit Pistons head coach, JB Bickerstaff, thinks that Cade has the ability and the versatility to play up to three positions: point guard, shooting guard, and small forward. So that is really interesting. We may see that this upcoming season, Cade playing maybe shooting guard, maybe small forward, depending on matchups, depending on how close the game is, depending on which team we're playing. Playing a smaller team, maybe you put Cade at small forward, or you have him at shooting guard off ball, maybe have Jaden Ivey at the point. Who knows? There's a lot of possibilities with Cade, and he's such a versatile player. And I found that very interesting that JB did mention that about Cade Cunningham. Now, getting to Jalen Duren, which again, I've told you guys, I think the sky's the limit for Jalen Duren. He has all the potential in the world to become one of the better centers in the NBA. I mean, even last season, when Monty Williams was doing his interviews throughout the summer, he did one with 97 won the ticket. He said, I believe Jalen Duren could be a top 10 player. He didn't say top 10 center. He said top 10 player in the NBA. That's how highly he thought of him. I remember listening to Wayne Casey when he was coaching Jalen Duren in his rookie season. He had similar praise to what Monty said. Now you have another head coach, JB Bickerstaff, saying, this kid, he's just scratching the surface. There's a lot with him that I think we can untap his potential, get him better, get him in a better position, get him right. Don't have him, out on the perimeter trying to guard point guards. He said that earlier this summer, talking with 97 won the ticket. But in this interview with Richard Jefferson, talking about he hasn't even really scratched the surface. He thinks offensively there's things with him that he's already thinking of creatively, of like how he can put Jalen Duren in good positions offensively to run some offensive sets, which I'm very intrigued with. Do we see dribble hand-up offenses with Jalen Duren? Because he is a very underrated passer. That's something that I'm going to be paying attention to in the preseason, which should be starting in maybe a month and a half from now in September. You guys can tell I miss basketball really bad, but I was really encouraged to hear his praise for both Cade Cunningham, talking about how versatile he is, talking about just the type of leader he is, making other teammates better, and his teammates want to be around him. Also, I was really encouraged to hear that he has a plan for Jalen Duren offensively. There's some sets that he wants to put him in that they want to experiment with. They think that there's another level to him offensively that he could reach. I think defensively, that's the one question that we all have with JD. Can he protect the rim? I'm to the point where, like, I don't need him to block 2 to 5 shots a game. I don't. I just need him to contest the rim, protect the paint. I don't care if you don't block a shot, just bother a shot. To me, I think that would be progress for him this upcoming season. But I want to hear from you guys as always. Let me know what you guys think of JB Bickerstaff's comments about Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren. What are your thoughts on it? And I'll talk to you guys down below in the comment section. Like always, I hope you guys are staying safe. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.